Welcome to U.S. Government with Mr. Schilling. Unfortunately, I'm not there right now. I had a brain bleed on a type of hemorrhagic stroke on October 24th and brain surgery on October 26th. So you can see why this hair is different than the hair on the screen right there. That's one bad haircut though. I was supposed to return earlier, but I've been talking to my doctor and I have to have another MRI on February 24th, and he feels like I'll be able to return on February 28th. Now, the good thing about this is you don't have to look at this in front of the class every single day. Thank goodness. The other good thing about this is I'm not there to teach the notes the whole time, so theoretically, hopefully, you should have no homework for the next 5 weeks. You should have time in class to get everything done that you need to get done. There'll still be tests, there'll still be quizzes, there'll still be homework, still be homework, and there'll be participation grades, but there'll be nobody raising their hand. We'll get to that later on. At the end of today, one of your homework assignments is a quiz on the grading policy, and there'll be a Kahoot, which will kind of allow you to practice ahead of time. My son says I should do this, so I need to do this. First thing we got to get done today, as you can see, is talking about the grading policy. Now, this is up on Canvas. You can go along with me, but I will have everything here for you right now to go through and kind of help you all out. So, objectives. Every day when I come on or when I'm in class, you'll see we have objectives. Goal today, develop a better plan to be successful in government. That's this class, or develop a plan. Explain the goals of the class and develop goals for yourselves. Identify the key ways to be successful and discuss the objectives and expectations. Well, there won't be any discussing, but we'll go from there. A little bit else about me on here. I have two sons. I have Spencer, who's going to be 15 soon, and Zach, who's 11. You can see kind of pictures of them over on the left side of your screen. My wife, Emily, she's a partner at a law firm. We'll talk about that. She does environmental stuff. And that's a picture of me and Zach on the first day in the bottom of the right, just so everybody knows, because he wants everybody to know that he is taller than me. Main activity, being successful. Talk about why government. You'll see that in the next video, what the work is due for today. You got some homework tonight, which you should have some time to get done in class. Read and annotate Plato. In order to receive credit, you have to annotate the reading. So highlight where the answers to the questions are for me before you turn that in. Answer the 3 questions to find the terms. Read pages 5 to 7 of the textbook and take the quiz on the grading policy. Again, everything should be able to get done in class. Let's talk a little bit about me right now. I'm married 22 years. Like I said, I got 2 kids. That should say 11. Don't let Zach know that. I teach 4 classes here, 3 of them this semester. I'm a link crew advisor. I lived all over the country, but not on the West Coast, Utah, until 8 years ago. I've lived in New York, Virginia, North Carolina, Washington, D.C. for 11 years, and now this is my 8th year here at Alta. Grading policy. Let's get to that. Course is Introduction to the United States Government. The class will introduce a framework for the understanding of government. It will, trust me, I've got this planned out. Students will also learn the constitutional basis for the United States government, the process of national, state, and local government, the institutions of the United States government, and the policies of the government and its politics. Basic grading policy, A through F, right? If you've noticed on F, though, it's only 59.99 to a 50 because that's the lowest grade you can get in this class, even if you don't turn anything in. Do that all the time. Assessments are 70% of your grade. That's tests or quizzes. Assignments, homeworks, optional grades, classwork, we'll talk about optional grades throughout the quarter, are 15% of your grade, and participation is 15% of your grade. That means assessments are 70% and everything else is 30%. So you got to really study and prepare for those tests and quizzes in this class. Assessment grades. Test. There are 2 types of test questions. That's 2 types of test questions. Essential test questions and content test questions. Content, those are the easy ones. Those are worth 3 points apiece. Essential, those are the harder ones. Those are worth 5 points apiece. But here's the kicker. You may retake tests in this class. There's supportive work that I will post after the test is taken, but you have to complete that supportive work, turn it in within a week, and you can retake and then replace your test grades. You can either do essential or content or both, but you may not retake essays because I will give them to you on the first day of the unit. Students who don't take the exam will receive a 50%, that's straight across the board, 50% rule. All exams are timed and they're open notes. So if you do everything and you study and you organize, exams should be easy in here because you can use your notes because everything is on Canvas. Completion essays. I believe in writing essays. You will probably write, my goal is about 5 times per semester. That could include essays and or short answers. For the essays, down in the circle down here, right? You will always get them on the first day of the unit. That's why you can't retake them, because you will have them and you can work on them. Heck, you can write them ahead of time, copy and paste and throw them into that part of the assessment. That doesn't bother me. What I do need you to know is plagiarism is on. If your essay and someone else's essay is the same, zippy, that's cheating. No 50. Don't cheat. Quiz grades are vocabulary and basic reading quizzes, 1 point apiece. If there's a short answer, that's 5 points. There'll be 2 to 3 quizzes per unit. I kind of believe in quizzes making you study, but you can always use all your materials on your quizzes, but they're timed. Okay, you have to do the work and they're timed. If you do the work, easy class. If you don't do the work, not an easy class, right? So take advantage of your materials, get everything done when it's due, and you can use it on the quizzes. Makeup work. You can turn anything in this class until test day. All right, and that's the first test that's taken. So if you're a B day person, it's got to be in by A day. Make sure you guys get that stuff in, okay? And there's no late penalty in this class. No points off if you turn in stuff late. The only problem with that is you can't use it in the tests and quizzes because it's not done. Make sure you get that stuff done. You can use it on the tests and quizzes, and you're golden. If you don't, turn it in. After the assignments lock, after that test day, nothing can be turned in. Please don't ask. Assignment grades, homework. You'll probably have homework every night in here. The goal is, though, you won't have homework while I'm home. You'll be able to get it done in class. That being said, we all have bad days. I drop your 2 lowest homework grades. Okay, so 2 lowest homework grades are done. Goal is for you to have time to get it done in class, make life a little easier. Participation grades are not raising your hands. Look at the dude in the upper left-hand corner. We don't need that in here, especially for the first 5 weeks. Participation grades are called entry cards, reaction, stuff like that. If you do it, it goes as participation. Again, we all have bad days. Bottom 2 are dropped. Make sure you're not that third type of person. Remember, I do link crew. So make sure you're not that third type of person. Person that makes things happen, person that watches things happen, person that says, what happened? Get your work done, get it done on time, get it in, easy class. Don't get your work in, hard class. Make sure you get everything in when you're supposed to. Don't ask for extra credit. It doesn't exist. I'm giving you 50 points on every single thing, 50 percentage points, right? Because I have the 50% rule. No extra credit. Expectations, you're expected to turn everything in on time. Remember, all that you do will be very helpful in the assessments. Due date or the day that it's due, usually the next class period. Deadline date is the test day. At that point, everything locks, nothing can be turned in. There can be arrangements made, but you need to contact me ahead of time in order to have those things done. Now, I understand a lot with COVID and stuff, so everything will be on Canvas. If it locks and you're really sick, please just shoot me an email or have your parents do it ahead of time so I know what's going on. That way I can kind of arrange for you because it's a pretty difficult time. Okay, if you want, you just got done, go over to the Kahoot. It's at the bottom of the homework. I also have a link for it under Module 1 on this first day. Go for it, practice. There's a quiz on it tonight. If you do the Kahoot, the quiz is easy. If you don't do the Kahoot, the quiz is still probably easy. There's a page part at the end that you have to sign your name, 1 point that you discussed it with your parents. That's it. When you're done with the Kahoot, go to the next video. Open that bad boy up. Let's get started on the notes. Time to learn about Play-Doh, what's going on, a little video, and stuff like that. See you in a few minutes.